Ron Paul says that tomorrow's primary could propel his campaign forward. But last night, Paul seemed to be the odd man out, needing a lifeline at times from his supporters in the audience to get a question in about abortion.
Let's take a question now from social media. Question. Before we move on, you want in on this issue? They want you in on this issue. Would you like in on this issue?
But John, once again, it's a medical subject, and I'm a doctor, you know.
You'd think a doctor could get into that debate. Jesse Benton is chairman of the Ron Paul campaign. Jesse, thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks, Andrea.
You watched that debate. It did seem that Congressman Paul was sort of being marginalized a bit as the others went at each other. What was your takeaway?
Well, you know, Dr. Paul is not the kind of person that likes to throw elbows and get involved in personal attacks. He likes to have an adult conversation with the voters about the issues that are important, talk about real solutions to our very serious problems. I think when Dr. Paul got the time last night, he did exceptionally well, and he distinguished himself as the one candidate up there that really stands on principle and stands for real change.
It now appears, at least it appears, according to polling and anecdotal evidence by all of our reporters and correspondents, that Newt Gingrich is really on the rise and could win this thing. Does that mean that Gingrich now becomes the alternative to Mitt Romney and makes it harder for Ron Paul to make his case that he should have the nomination?
No, Newt Gingrich doesn't have the downfield organization or the downfield support. We and Mitt are the only campaigns that are organized downstream. We have organizations in 12 additional states. We have grassroots. We have tremendous fundraising. You know, Mitt's hitched his entire wagon to South Carolina. I think that he will do very well. But look, he's not even on the ballot in Virginia, our 12th most populous state. He doesn't have a serious organization. He's not going to be able to compete with either Mitt Romney or Ron Paul.
Why did Dr. Paul decide, why is he saying that he's not going to release his tax returns?
Well, he has a very, very detailed personal financial disclosure on file with the clerk of the House of Representatives. It's much more detailed and prods much more into his personal finances than a tax return. Anybody that wants to look at his finances can go pull that from the clerk and get a pretty full picture of what he's done financially.
Well, that gives you ranges of money, but it doesn't give you the kind of detail you would get from an IRS return.
Like I said, the personal financial disclosures on file with the clerk of the House of Representatives, very, very detailed, very precise, and it's very welcome for anybody to take a look at that.
And you're about to fly around the state, so good luck to you on the campaign trail today.
Thank you very much.
Jesse, good to see you. Thanks.
Pleasure, Andrea.